still hot?
I'm getting hot.
All right.
Mama Africa. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Come with me to Africa. Everybody loves Africa. Come with me to Africa. Everybody loves Africa. Come with me to Africa. Everybody loves Africa.
And we gotta add a little. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Now I can't do it. I'm too loud, y'all.
So rich in
resources, y'all. God is in Africa. Gold, oil, and diamonds.
Where you know that you'll be free.
When you know you're gonna be free.
A land. When you step on the soil, you can actually touch the sun. Come with me to Africa. Everybody loves Africa. Come with me to Africa.
Hey, you too.
You ready?
You ready? Let's pack your bag.
Pack your bag.
And let's go home.
Let's go home.
To Africa. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Uh-oh, y'all. Y'all better follow Stevie Wonder, too.
Family.
Stevie Wonder's going over to Ghana, y'all. Y'all heard about that? He's going to Africa. Why is everybody going back home to Africa? Do y'all know why?
Because of the injustice in America.
Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame? Now, remember, at one time they'd be telling us, y'all can go back to Africa. But guess what? We leaving at an alarming rate, and we going back to Africa. That's right, y'all. Hey, Amber Smith. Hey, Jaleesa. Let me get on my Facebook page so I can see, because y'all know how Facebook do us, right?
Yeah, and thank y'all for hitting that like button early. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Those who are new, just go and hit the like button, because you may just enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? Just hit that like button. Let everybody know we're on air.
That's right.
If you really love us, tell people about us. Share us. You know what I'm saying? Let people know they could come on and get a reading, a spiritual reading by some people that are real.
That's right. Okay, y'all. So I had to pull up the Majestic Ra, Angela D. Payne, Katie Williams. I know y'all are well. And we had to come on tonight because when it's time, it's time. Michael Andrews. Michael Andrews, do you remember me? Do you remember me, Michael Andrews? Hey, y'all, I grew up with Michael Andrews, right? I always used to think he looked like Bob Marley. I used to say, you look like Bob Marley. But anyway, we are the same age category. Long time no hear. I see that you're doing very well. And Terrence, my brother's doing very well too, Michael Andrews. But how you been? I know all is well. Because I seen your video on Facebook. So I know you're doing good. But tell Mo to stop smoking them Newports, okay? Tell him to put them Newports down. Because they ain't no good for you, okay? Hey, Angie Rivera, did you have that baby yet? Did you have that baby yet? All right now, come on now. I can't wait to see the baby. Why did I feel like you're having, am I wrong? Because I don't profess to be 150% right with my readings, but I feel like you're having a little girl for some reason. Are you having a girl? Hey, YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? How y'all been? Y'all probably say, where y'all been at?
Large Professor, peace and blessings. Queen Creole.
That's right.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and many blessings, family.
Candy Rain, peace and blessings.
Ramu Tef.
Travis, peace and blessings.
Y'all miss us? Do y'all miss us? I know y'all miss us, all right? I know you blessed, Michael. That's right. Hey, y'all. Michael knows me by Dee Dee. That was my nickname growing up, right? Dee Dee. But Michael, I'm using my middle name, which is Nikki Love, Nicole Love. I use my middle name for my public figure name, okay? So if you hear everybody saying Nikki Love, say, I know her as Dee Dee. Yeah, that was my nickname, y'all. They used to call me Dee Dee. That's right. All right, Amber Smith, you been okay? You been okay? Well, I miss you, too. I miss you too, Anderson. Okay, well, look, we're going to have an exciting show tonight, y'all. As y'all can see, first of all, welcome to the Spiritual Vault. I am WUNAM, a.k.a. Nikki Love, your African indigenous traditional healer.
And I'm Brother ADINKRA, your African indigenous traditional healer. How you
And
doing
tonight we're going to talk about the importance of spiritual bonding and current topics. Current topics. So what y'all want first, to talk about the spiritual bonding or current topics? Because we're going to allow you all, as we always do, engage you all to come in and ask us some questions about current topics. So if you want to know why somebody was in a Delta airline flight and going over to Mexico and seeing a spaceship right next to the plane, then you can ask us what we see. Because that's what we do here on the Spiritual Vote, okay? That's what we do. Oh, Amber Smith says, I'm coming to Atlanta. I'm moving. Really? Okay. Come on down, because this is the energy of the ancient ancestors, Emma. Let me tell y'all something. We're going to talk about that. Everybody been getting hit with weather. Now, if y'all notice, we had 60 degrees yesterday. We had 60 degrees the day before. But let me tell y'all this. We had a lot of alien or cosmic family visiting us here in Atlanta, too. Majestic Ra, current topics first. Come on, Majestic Ra, what you got? What you got, Majestic Ra? I tried getting in on her a few months ago. You wouldn't let me. Really? Michael, that's not true. I probably didn't even know, because I get so many friend requests. Let me tell you what's crazy, y'all. I got 2 Facebook pages. I got one under Kim Reese, which is my sister that transitioned years ago. Okay? And I remember when I changed it, because I was, paying homage to her, Facebook wouldn't let me change it back. I was over my limit on that one, so then I started this one, and I got like about 10,000 Facebook friends on Facebook. But overall, because when I used to do radio, and I did the TV show one time, I got over 5.5 million followers demographically. Demographically, when you actually look up Nikki Love, you'll see that, I have over 5.5 million, probably more now. But we've been slacking. And that's only because we've been so busy helping so many people, y'all. I mean, we've been having clients out the behind, and then not only that, we have our classes. We do we're doing initiations, training initiations, becoming indigenous to the land, teaching you how to be indigenous to the land, and then we're doing healing classes for brothers and sisters. So we've been really busy, y'all.
I got you.
Thank you. So, we really need to come on here and do some more, stuff with the family. But Majestic Ra, since you put it out there, current topics first, what you want us to see, Majestic Ra?
Not only that,
Alafia Natasha, Alafia Sango Wale.
peace and blessings, Sango.
All right, what you want to know, Majestic Ra? Tell us what you want to know.
Deep Woods said he literally had a vision.
What was your vision, Deep Woods?
Deep Woods, what was your vision?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I miss my cousin too. I miss him. Tell Jerry I said to call him his cousin. You need to call me.
Large Professor said Nikki eating good.
Large Professor, did you say Nikki eating good? What you trying to say? I'm getting fat? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not getting fat. I might have gained a couple of pounds, y'all. That's because I'm cooking for him all the time. Cooking for him all the time.
What did I say? What did I say, Deep Woods? He said it was something I said at the beginning of the show. What did I say? Why NW Terrell says I had a vision of the future. What was the vision? Terrell, what was the vision?
All right, so what y'all heard about the ships, a lot of people are saying. Let me tell y'all this. They've been here. It ain't nothing new. I communicate with the cosmic beings. And, really, I don't care what people think. Because people, sometimes they think you're crazy. They think what I want. You understand? We understand the energy of the cosmic family and the planets, right? And how there's other beings on other planets. So we've been seeing them a lot. I had an experience 2 weeks ago. When we were coming home, we were pulling into the driveway. And there was a ship there. And I kept saying, look at that ship, look at that ship. And I said, if you're my cosmic family, I said, let me know. I said, let me know. And when I said that, it started moving closer to us, and then it disappeared. So I know, I see them all the time. They've been here. There ain't nothing new on Majestic Ra. And I'm going to tell you like this. They look like us, some of them. The Mars, the beings from Mars, they are Zulu. They look like Zulu, right? So it's nothing new. They've been here.
He said. He said he had a vision of what I had said word for word when I said. I forgot what I just read it up there. It's not up here now. I don't see it. Almost word for word. Lost Professor's app started mess because I had told him what you said. Oh, Terrell says he seen flying Teslas. It was something like Wakanda, basically. What'd you think about that?
I'm not surprised. And you know what I think, family? Y'all remember when we watched Wakanda, right? I feel like that South America, Wakanda is somewhere in South Africa. Okay, I feel like you know, a lot of the Zulus come from South Africa. I feel like they are the Wakanda family. Okay.
Also, you know, I don't know. I think it's a connection with the weather, and them talking about do you know the weather in Texas, right? When they with everything freezing and everything shutting down in the state of Texas, that same day they landed on Mars and they was making a big deal about Mars the same day that was happening. I don't know, it's some kind of connection to that, you know. And also we was looking at Mars and we was talking about that because she just mentioned Mars. We was talking about how that the aliens and certain beings in the Yoruba culture come from these different planets. And as they talk about in the Odus, when they talk about they come from heaven, they're actually talking about the different planetary systems.
That's right. Now, Michael Andrews, you said we Muslims on this platform. See, now that's why we got to talk about the spiritual bonding. That's why we got to talk. I remember when we used to hang out. I used to play basketball with. Yeah, y'all, I was a tomboy. I used to play basketball with them and fight with these young men all the time. They're old now. We are old now. But I remember specifically, Michael, you know I used to be out there playing basketball. Now, check this out. I'm not a Muslim. You know that Cape Verdean side, which you are, and I hope, because let me tell you something. Y'all know I'll get in your asses. Because, you know, the Cape Verdeans from New York, we say that we're African. The Cape Verdeans up there, y'all want to say y'all Portuguese, but goddamn it, you're African. So as an African, you need to come back to your African culture. Let me enlighten you a little bit, okay? My Muslim brothers, that's not to take away from my Muslim brothers because they love me. All my Muslim brothers from New York all the way up to Boston, they love me. But we ain't Muslims. I'm an African indigenous traditional healer, and we need to come back to being indigenous to this land because we are the caretakers of this land, okay?
I just like to wear the kufi. You know, it's funny because every time we go out, they be like, Assalamu alaikum. They be talking to me in Arabic and shit, and I don't know what the hell they saying.
Yeah, I be like,
I had to stop. I said, man, I gotta stop wearing this shit because every time I wear it, they want to talk to me in Arabic.
I just tell them say salakum. What is it? Salaikum as-salam, right? Say it back. That's all right. Because at the end of the day, that's why we're doing the show, because it's talking about the importance of spiritual bonding. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're Christian. I don't care if you're Yoruba. I don't care if you're Igbo. I don't care if you're Mendi. I don't care if you're Zulu. We must come together with spiritual bonding because we all have one thing in common, being spiritual. I like to say being spiritual, okay? You know, we have a very bad habit of dividing it, and that's why we're not getting the results that we want to get when it comes to justice for our people. Real talk, y'all.
That's right.
Real talk. Because you busy being a Pan-African. You want to be a Muslim. You want to be a Christian, right? You want to be an African traditional healer. You want to be this. You want to be that. But we still.
Oh, you want to be the worst religion of all, a Hebrew Israelite.
Exactly. That don't even like your own goddamn skin.
They hate black people and Africans and shit.
Right? So my thing is, but when it all is said and done, they're telling you still take your behinds back to Africa, right? You ain't good enough. You're not American. I don't care if you're a Muslim. I don't care if you're a Christian. I don't care if you're black and your skin is black. And as long as you're black, you will see injustice in your community. I don't give a goddamn, right? So this is why it's important for us to start putting them titles aside. They used to talk to me like that too when I was used to wear the kufi, Majestic Ra. He said they used to talk to him like that too.
I remember
Majestic Ra.
They something else. But they in Atlanta, they get aggressive. They be like, oh, because one guy told him I ain't Muslim and I was laughing. He looked at me like that shit was not funny at all. He was like, like he wanted to test my boxing game or something. I was like,
And you know what's sad about it, family, because you know we live in such a society that, I mean, you know, growing up in New York, between New York and Boston, those areas right there, you didn't have the okay, there was silent racism, but I mean, you had multiple friends. You had white, Italian, Hispanic. I had every damn friend you could think of from every part of the continent, right? I used to hang out with these girls. They were from Bangladesh, and they, you know, would try to get me to dress with their wear and all that. They was really nice people, but in New York, we didn't have that, you know, where, oh, you this and you that. We didn't deal with that. So, you know, it's sad that we still have to deal with that, but we must know that spiritual bonding must take place. And even down when it comes to Christianity too, okay? But I want to...
you know, I want to talk on that just a second, because even me, like growing up in the South in Texas, we didn't really deal with that with people of other races. We only dealt with that with white people. We never dealt with that with Mexican people, Chinese people, Korean people. We only really dealt with that with white people. It wasn't until like the 90s, like 2000s, that we started that in Texas. You started actually dealing with other races, like openly being racist. Because in the 80s, it seemed like we was all in the same boat.
Yeah, everybody was in the same boat. Everybody was cool. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you like this, you know, at the end of the day, we got to get it together, because when we really see the war is about money. Now, I know y'all see what's going on. If you hadn't got some Bitcoin, you better get some. Go on your Cash App and get you some Bitcoin, because it's going to go up to $100,000 on Bitcoin, all right? So I think I invested $20 and mine is at 90-something now. And you could do it on your Cash App. They got the little stocks on there, so I bought stocks and I bought Bitcoin. So do get ready to that. But the
she bought it when it was like way a long time ago, and it was like 13,000, and she bought it for $20, and she looked up, and I was like, damn, you got that for $20? So I mean, those who got money to buy more, maybe you should buy more. Terrell says, I see Africa becoming something like Wakanda.
Well, honestly speaking, I see that Africa is already like Wakanda, and there's certain things that you don't know because you haven't been to over to Africa. There's 3,000 tribes in Africa, and honestly speaking, what Spirit showed me, that energy that you see in Wakanda is pretty much a South African energy. And even when you talk about the beings coming from Mars, look at your Zulu tribes. Look how rich in color their skin is, right? Now, let's talk about the real images of Mars, because I don't feel like they're showing you the real images. The real images of Mars are showing you the real color. Now, Mars is made up of iron, deep iron. And remember, I told you all years ago on a radio show, look, first of all, you got to be stupid to think that we are the only beings in the whole universe, okay? For one. For two, if you are made up of the elements of your planet, each being is made up of the elements of their planet. So the Zulu say that they come from Mars. So they are made up of the elements of Mars, right? We are made up of the elements of the earth, which is water. Your body 75%, your brain is 95%, your blood is 80% water. And that's not to mention what your organs are made of, which is water. So we're saying that we are made up of the elements of our planet. Each planet, Venus, made up of volcanic rock. Those beings are made up of volcanic energy. Okay? Now, we're saying that we have to understand that Mars, Wakanda is real. They can tell you all they want. They can lie, say it's fictional, because they don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to know the truth that the gold, the oil, and the diamonds are in Africa, and that's why they got the concept of God. That's where all of your stuff is at. And when we talk about the vibranium, I believe or see spiritually that is real. I don't see that that's fake, okay?
Matter of fact, we did a show about a year ago, right? When we was talking about when we started spiritually reading while they were, I think they were digging in the off the coast, and we kept seeing that they found some kind of mineral or something like that in the sea also.
That's another thing. So, all right, so let's talk about spiritual bonding. Now, everybody got social media. Everybody got Facebook. Everybody got Instagram, okay? Everybody has social media. On social media, all of us have a lot of friends. Now, all of us deal with, and I want to go to the spiritual community. I'm talking about whether you're Yoruba, whether you're a Khan, whether you're, a Sangomba, whatever it is. I notice there's such a divide amongst, and there's a competition amongst us, right? We do let me just introduce y'all to the healing classes that we do. We have spiritual classes where we do healing for men and women, sisters and brothers. No matter what color you are, you can come in, okay?
Yeah.
And
Black, white, yellow, brown, don't
it
matter.
was alerted by ancestors for us to do these classes to start working on the healing of women and men, right? Because remember, our minds, our bodies, and souls have been taken away from us because everything we do, everything outside of us is negative, and the way we think, the way we act, the way you understand? So pretty much we have to take our minds, bodies, souls, and back from society, from being socialized, from being programmed, okay? Because right now we don't have our own minds. Now, let me see. Majestic Rod says, is that why a lot of women like seafood because of the link to the waters? Men like seafood too. Yeah, and men like seafood too. But actually over in my country of Cape Verde, right? We eat a lot of seafood. Because remember, Cape Verde is right off of the Atlantic Ocean. So we're mostly surrounded by seawater. And actually we use more sea gods than we do internal gods. I mean, like the gods in the bush. We do use bush gods. We do certain deities we use. But we have a lot of sea gods, okay? And goddesses. Michael Andrews says, breaking the change. We have to break the change. Because what happens is we don't realize. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me. I'm in the hospice house with my dad right now. He's passing away. I want to know what I need to do to help him transition to the next dimension of life. Since I'm new to this. Wow. Hold on, y'all. Since I'm new to this, I want to make sure to make it safe. Gwendolyn, I want you to go outside. I want you to get a bottle of water. I want you to find a tree. If you can't find a tree, make sure you're doing it on earth. Make sure it's grass or dirt. And I want you to call your father's mother. I want you to call her spirit down and all his ancestors. And I want you to call through your father. Like if your father's name is just David, I'm calling through David and I'm calling on his mother Sandy or whatever, right? You call through the ancestors and I want you to pour libations for him. And I want you to ask the ancestors to rise him in peace. Let him not suffer. Let him go in peace. And you want to ask them to surround him as he is making that transition over to life. Because it's from birth to death and death to life. From birth to death and death to life. So he is getting ready to live life. So I want you to ask your ancestors to allow Joseph, your father, to be taken in peace and allowed to live life. And you rise him up in peace. That's what you need to do. While you're at that hospital, if your father's going through his transition, call every ancestor to be at the bed with him. Okay? Okay. All right. And
like she was saying, we're this class we're gonna open it up to the public, but you have to inbox us and let us know that you want to be a part of this healing class. It's for people that have like trauma issues or just need healing with, even if it's just relationships, for y'all to come in and hear other people's perspective, and men and women. The classes are going to be separate. The men will have their own class and the women will have their own class. So if any of y'all that are listening that are interested in that, inbox WUNAM, especially if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube.
But Brother Dick, the men. The men. Okay? The men. The men. Y'all got to put your egos down. Y'all know for years I've been about balance with our brothers. I didn't care. I remember the sisters used to get mad at me because they felt like I would defend the brothers, but and then I would have the brothers that would say I was a feminist, but no, I'm a spiritualist and I'm about bringing balance and peace amongst the community for men and women to be able to communicate clearly, right? So with the men's healing classes, they got too much ego.
Yeah, I ain't got none of the men really got issues.
Right. They ain't got, how you don't have no issues? I'm asking the brother, so, okay, this is a serious question. Okay, what is this, what you could say your most biggest problem is? Anger. Anger. That was the number one thing the men had to say.
Anger and trust.
Right, anger and trust. So I say, okay. So what are you angry about? So now we ask the question, what are you angry about? I mean, when I'm working with these men, it's like pulling teeth out of their mouth. But then you got the ones who are a little bit of masculine, how do you call it, male chauvinists, right? The ones who don't want to be, well, I think a man should be teaching this class. Well, guess what, goddammit, you came out of a woman's vagina. And guess who was your first teacher? Your mother. So don't get it confused. Now, I can't help you or teach you how to be a man, but I can teach you to find the man within yourself. So either you sit your ass down and learn about this guy, get this healing from your spiritual mother, or you get out the goddamn class.
But see, I think too, the men, they kind of miss, they miss it because the healing comes from everybody opening up and talking about the issues they have, so they won't be feeling like they're the only ones going through it, because you see how other people deal with it and we come up with a solution to help each other. That's how you heal each other. It doesn't have nothing to do with the woman being there or not. And sometimes I think, like you said, the ego gets in the way. But when they have, a lot of times the problem too is men with ego, a lot of times they won't admit they got ego.
Yeah, well, young men need to stop having ego, because let me tell y'all something. Years ago on the radio show, I did a show. I had a few celebrities come on, and we talked about the importance of the emotional healing of men. And I had found out that 60 to 70% of men was molested just like women, okay? I had men on there that had mommy issues, daddy issues. And you know what? They were really talking. They were really pouring their feelings out because, you know, they have a lot of programs for women, but they didn't have a lot for the men. And I've been doing this way before Blog Talk days. I was doing this back in, I would say, 2005. I had a show called Healing for Black Men. It was a video show where I would have black men, and I don't care if they was cheated, whatever they was going through, I was there to help them. Excuse me, y'all, heal from it, okay? So now we're back in 2021. And it's important because each of us are going through a spiritual transformation. And as we go through the spiritual transformation, we need to heal so we can embrace the energy that's coming in, because we are not going to be where we were in 2020. We are rising. And what we have to understand, the energy is changing for the better. Everything on this planet, including the planets outside of this planet, are going through a transformation. So it's very important that we shed the old energy and we come in with the new energy so we can receive our blessings, so we can receive justice, so we don't have to deal with that energy anymore. So these classes are very, very important. Hey, Candy Ray. So we're saying that, men, put your egos down. This is not a healing group about, oh, well, I don't have no problems. Everybody got problems. I got problems. I still, even though I'm trying to help you heal, as I'm helping you heal, I'm healing. You understand? So we're saying that, you know, the brothers coming in like they macho, I want a man to teach. Yeah, I don't care what you want. The first teacher is your mother, okay? Is your mother. So it's saying that you have a spiritual mother that's taking the time to help you. So if you really think you need some healing, come join us. Now, WUNAM Spiritual Society has been in existence since 2011. I have over 1,500 members and 500 initiates and trainings that we have initiated and trained over from 2011 to now. Okay? 500. Over 500. A lot of them are off doing their things now, but they're still part of the society. Basically, it was started to teach people how to be indigenous to the land and be able to be the ones to heal the people in the community. Okay? A lot of people don't know that. See, people think they know. See, people on the social media think they know you. They think they know about you when they know nothing about you or know you like that. But they assume. Okay? Go ahead.
And then Kara says the classes has helped me a lot. You know, and you know what's interesting too, like you mentioned how like 70% of the black males have been molested. What I found was interesting, like I say, you know, men do heal from talking about it, and some people just heal from just telling somebody because they had it pent up so long, and you know, they had it held as a secret for so long. And there was a rapper by the name of Kevin Gates that came out this week. His new album dropped, and he has the last song on his album is called Fairy Tales, and he talked about being molested.
Really?
And he said that he told his mom, and she didn't believe him. And then when he ran in the house, he shot the guy he got somebody in his family's gun and ran in the house and shot the guy who molested him. And his grandmother told him, never be ashamed of, of what you are. And I used to hear him in his songs talking about how he had issues with his mom. So I'm feeling like that was the issue that he had with his mom. That he's healing from. So I just thought that was interesting.
Well, men need healing too. Let's make no mistake about it. Y'all need healing too. In the women's class, in ADINKRA, she knows the women's class is off the chain, y'all. The sisters are really, really good, opening up, supporting each other. But, I wanted to bring this out because there's sisters all over that's doing the same thing.
Candy Rain says she wants to be in the healing class.
Candy Rain, I'll definitely put you on the list to come in. And their sisters is doing the same thing. But the problem I have with my sisters is y'all got to stop hating. Y'all got to stop being jealous. Y'all got to stop with your ego. Because women have ego too. Let's make no mistake about it. And let me tell you something. I don't care what you deal with. If you are spiritual, I want to know, and this is the message I have for my sisters. I want to know that if I need to call you because we need sisters all over to band together to make the change with some energy, I want to know that I can call you without you calling your friends up or texting your friends or you talking about, oh, she thinks she's too spiritual. All of that SHIT is out the door. Women, we cannot or do not have time anymore to be catty, okay? We don't have time to be catty because there's a lot of these young women, and in our group, our healing group, we got women from 57 down to 21 years old that's in that group. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all can sit back and you can run your mouths and stop being hateful and jealous, and you can either join in because at the end of the day, eventually, one day, we're going to have to all come together because it's going to be the power of the woman that's going to change the energy that we see right now. Because it is a woman who carries that inyama, or as some of you all call that Aj energy. Okay? So, I need to know that my sisters are not out here, whether you have your own spiritual group, I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're doing a con, I don't care if you're doing Europe, I don't care if you're doing whatever you're doing, and you have a group of sisters over there, we need to be in touch with each other. We don't need to be hating on each other or thinking, oh, well, who she thinks she is. And no, that's ridiculous. At a certain age, all of that shit has to stop.
Yeah, and so I'd be surprised because a lot of times it be the older women. Like,
right.
I'm like, damn, they 50 years old and they act like that. Like, they 60 years old and they still acting like they 20-something years old.
Yeah.
Fighting and carrying on.
And sisters, that's not how it's supposed to go. I need to know that if I need you, and I say, well, you my spiritual sister, you deal with this system over here. But guess what? I have 50 sisters right here, and we want to band together, and we want to help a whole community of women heal. I need to know that I could call on you. I don't need to know that you got a problem because I'm doing it and you doing it. So no, it don't work like that. Because if you're really spiritual and you say that you're spiritual and you're paying attention to what the ancestors are telling you, whether it be your ancestors, the gods that you're worshiping, I don't care what you're doing or what you think you're doing. Then you will know the importance of the energy of the women right now that's needed to make a change with humanity.
Large Professor says men too. Men act like that too.
I
agree. Men act like that probably more because they get a certain age. They don't want to give up their youth. They realize they're getting old.
That's right. And my thing is too, we ain't got time to be, and you just have I notice some women they don't even know you. They haven't even sat down and had a real conversation to get to know you. You understand? Let me tell y'all, I had an experience 2 months ago. There was a sister on here, and I ordered something from her, right? Jewelry. She kept making excuses, right? And I could feel that she needed money because she kept pressing me. Well, you can just cash up it, and I'll do this. You can do half. You can do half. So Spirit, everything, because y'all know I read very well. Spirit was saying she needs money. I said, all right, I'm gonna order you because I'm in all for supporting my people. Now that's another thing I'm gonna talk about because I got 20,000 Babalaos sitting me up in my inbox trying to get me to buy stuff from them, right? And the thing about it is that sometimes it could become overwhelming. Now let me tell you this: I supported the sister and I never got my jewelry. So when I hit her up, she made some excuse. Chick, I could see just like you. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I mean? And I'm not one to really want to fight with my sisters because I really do love my sisters. And I feel like sisters need to come together and instead of hating and being so goddamn catty, come together and let's work together because in masses we have power. But I texted her, I said, look here, sister. I said, let me tell you something. I said, keep the money because I spirit showed me you needed the money. I said, but don't try to play me. I said, don't do that. I said, because here you have a fellow sister with supporting your business and you're trying to lie and make excuses. I'm not feeling that. So I told her, I said, I'm telling you what, keep that money. Keep it. Because I already know how spirit works, y'all. Because if you're trying to rip me off,
You ain't got to lift a finger.
I ain't got to lift a finger.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you're going to have to be dealt with. That's your ancestors that you got to be dealt with. That's going to have to deal with you. Because I was righteous in mine. Right? So we're saying that, I do want to say, Candy Ray, no, we don't have a flyer. I initially started the class for the initiates because before they can go on being indigenous and healing and helping people with their gifts, they need to heal themselves. But I ended up having women, and this is nothing but ancestors now, women coming to me wanting to join the class. So no, we didn't make a flyer, but that's something I would consider. Okay? Yeah. But so back to now, women. Now y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. You don't know the person. I couldn't even imagine myself. Well, you know, I'm looking at this sister online. Oh, I'm jealous of her. Oh, I'm so jealous and so envious. I want to talk about that. I don't even know the sister. Or somebody will tell me, and I've had this happen in the past. So, oh, don't deal with her because, you know, she got issues. Okay, well, maybe with you, but not with me. So the whole thing here is I don't go by nobody. I gotta sit down and talk to that sister. I'm not going to let you come tell me something about another sister and I don't even know her. And see, people get Facebook happy and think because you keep it real, they think they know everything about you, but they don't know shit about you. And they want to run their mouths instead of sitting down and having a normal sister-to-sister conversation and brother-to-brother conversation. Because you're right, Large Professor, men do that too. They run around, men, and when y'all men say that y'all not emotional, bullshit.
Men are more emotional. She's right. I didn't believe her at first when she said men were more emotional, but then as she started to deal with these clients and I seen how they were, and then you try to tell them something, they get all in their feelings, and she just telling them what she sees or what spirit says. So there's no reason to get in your feelings, especially when you come into us for questions and answers and things you want to know. And so I just feel like there's no need to be defensive all the time. So you can't tell me you get defensive over everything, little thing that's said, and you're sensitive.
Yeah, see, so men are just
because that means people can't talk to you about certain things because you don't know how to keep it together.
And let me tell y'all this: the men, y'all too, Caddy too, and y'all got the biggest egos. Women got ego too. Let's not get it confused, but men too. Oh well, he think he bad. He think, you know what I mean?
And a lot of times when people say that, it's not that they think that we think we're bad. Is they think that.
Right, but see the thing about it, men, y'all got to put your egos down. And I'm talking now. Let's get to the spiritual world. Whether you Muslim, Christian, this, whatever you want to call yourself. Oh well, y'all got ego. Well, you know what? They ain't got no power. Oh, he deals with Haitian voodoo, or he deals with Palo. He ain't got no power. Sit down with that. Sit down with all that bullshit. You don't know. Michael, what you got to say about it? You want in on the men thing. Get back to your use for sure. I want on the men thing. Well, come on, Michael. Get in on the men thing, because at the end of the day, men are just as emotional as women are, even more. Men gossip too. Candy Rain, you said it right. Men gossip.
Shit, men gossip more than women. They can't wait to They can't wait. Sometimes men can't wait to tell their homeboy something. They be like, man, I gotta tell you something now. You know what I mean?
Men gossip. Men got the same. They do the same thing women do, and they got the nerve to talk about women. I think it's time for us to stop pretending like we're in civil goddamn war. Okay? So this ain't a civil war. It ain't a Khan against Yoruba. It ain't Palo against goddamn Haitian voodoo. You understand? It ain't Hebrew Israelites against the goddamn Muslims. It ain't Pan-African against the goddamn Marcus Garveyites. It ain't none of that. We're all spiritual. Mm-hmm. Stop. I got a few things. Stop walking around here with your goddamn ego on top of your goddamn head like you got the earth sitting on top of your head. Put your ego down, because the truth of the matter, we have been socialized, programmed to no avail. You understand? And even in this, I can speak more for the spiritual community because I've been in the spiritual community. I see what takes place. This one think they more powerful than that one. This one think they got more people than this one. Get out of here with all that bullshit. You over there fighting your own people and not realizing that we have a bigger fish to fry. It's called society. And the society that we live in is so negative that if I put one positive thing in front of one negative thing in front of your face and 20 positive things, you will pick up that negative thing.
That's what get me about the spiritual community too. Just like we have all these issues going on with police, and somebody will say something to somebody that's spiritual, and they'll go do work on them just because they said something they didn't like. But then when the police kills a little kid or something that nobody likes, nobody lifts a finger to help.
Right. But you want to fight each other with your spiritual warfare. You want to do rituals on each other to block your money. You want to do rituals because you jealous of this sister over here. Get out of here with that. You want to do rituals on that brother because he's doing something positive in the community. Let me tell y'all something. By the way, we haven't been on in a while, but y'all remember we did a video. We had a young lady on who had 5 children, right? And we raised money for her. We gave them half of the money, and we bought clothes for all 5 of them children, and we did what we had to do. I haven't heard from her since she picked up the stuff, but she did thank us, okay? But that's what I'm talking about. Not only that, how we end up doing that is because somebody called. I'm not saying no names. They was in prison, said, look, sister and brother, we know that y'all do spiritual work. Can y'all help this sister out? Because her daughter went flying across the floor in the room and nobody knows how she got over there. And it was in spirit in the house. And then the babysitter was writing Ouija boards in a little 4-year-old stomach. It was a mess, y'all. When I tell y'all we was tired, I didn't get much sleep. And that Sunday when we went over there, I was like, I'm tired, but she got kids, right? I was like, let me get my butt up. He was like, let me get up. And we was like, let's go over there and help this girl. So we went to the house. We smoked out the house. We had her wash the kids in the bathtub, all the stuff we do spiritually, right? Put protection in the house, on the door, all of that. And then we came back home and then we started raising money because the house was not in good condition. The baby's father had went to jail. All 5 of them, same father, was her husband. Went to jail, left her with the kids, took money, didn't do nothing for this girl, right? So we did what we were supposed to do. She didn't have money to pay us a dime. Not one dime. Go ahead. You want to add to that?
And then the kicker to this whole thing is, you know, she went to another Babalawo. He read the situation. He was, well, I ain't going to.
He said one of her kids was going to die.
One of her kids was going to die. And she said, how much will it take to, you know, he said $350, and then she said, I ain't got that. He said, can you send $250? She said, no. Well, then he just said, I'm sorry, I can't help you. And I don't know that much about, I'll just say this, in that tradition, Ifa says you're still supposed to help somebody even if they don't have the means. Ifa says you're still supposed to help them. You know, you're still supposed to do what you got to do because Ifa says you're gonna be rewarded tenfold. If you do something like that to help somebody that doesn't have any money, Ifa says you're gonna be rewarded tenfold. So that's the only thing that I don't like. A child's life was in jeopardy, and you wasn't gonna do any ritual to help this child. No ritual to help him. Nothing. That's not right.
Not right at all. And that's another thing. So, everybody has their belief systems. Everybody has their cultural ways. As I told you all before, there's over 3,000 tribes in Africa. Every tribe has their own gods. And you know what? Come to find out through studies that they're not much different than, you understand, any other gods. You have Yoruba, you have the Iami, El Sarango, and in our traditions we have the Tandana, which is the same thing as the Iami and Sarango, right? You have them, they call them in Igbo, I think they call them the night spirits, right? Or Arugbo, if I'm saying it right. But we have the same gods, but different type of energies, okay? Now, we're saying that if you have a gift, You see. And you read and you do spiritual work. And your job is to, and see, this is why I created WUNAM Spiritual Society 2011, because it was a goal to get people in the communities that had gifts like us, who had power like us, to be able to help people in the community, right? In the righteous way. Because she didn't, like I said, she didn't have a dime, but it was our duty and our job as real spirituals to go out there and help them babies. And she had a newborn baby too. Right? We had to put protection on the baby too. In my tribe, we call it a contadorge, which is a little piece that's a black and white bead that you put on the baby to protect them from demons. Right? But it was our job to help her. And that's the goal. This is why I said in the beginning, brothers and sisters, if you're in D.C., and I call you and I say, look, sister, this is the deal. I got a young lady in D.C. She needs help. I can't get to D.C. I want to know that I can trust my sisters and brothers to help. You understand? I want to know I can call you up and say, you know what? I got a client for you in D.C. Let's help this client because she needs help with her children and the community. That's what we've been doing for years. But y'all focus on fighting each other, doing goddamn rituals on each other, money rituals, blocking rituals. Come on with that bullshit. It's not righteous. It's not righteous, and you cannot think anything good is going to come out of that. And it's not good to be fighting your fellow brothers and sisters when we got bigger fights to fight. Because at the end of the day, right now, y'all better pay attention to what's coming for us. We are going through a spiritual transformation, but we're about to see war. And war in a way that you have never seen it. Majestic, while you brought it up earlier. So y'all brothers, instead of thinking y'all all bad and y'all separated, y'all better come together. You better use your spiritual and your physical strength instead of worrying about fighting your fellow brother with spiritual warfare. Or because he's a Muslim and he's a Hebrew. Real talk, y'all. Any questions?
Y'all got any questions, family? Any questions?
Well, Michael Andrews says, why is it so easy to talk about it yet to apply it? My own life is a constant battle. To apply what, Michael? What are you speaking of? I can't hold water. As far as being a gossip, like we said men was. Because men ain't no different than women. Y'all got to understand, man, y'all carry testosterone and estrogen. Women carry testosterone and estrogen. That's a balance, right? So at the end of the day,
and plus you came from a woman.
Right, exactly. You're right. You came from a woman. It's not to feminize you, but you have some feminine ways. I used to call it activate your masculine chip or activate your feminine chip. I used to tell my sisters, activate your feminine chip. You know, you got sisters walking around here talking, I don't need a man. Nah, you need a man. Vice versa, man, you need your women, right? So it's real talk. Okay. Now,
I'm skeptical of a man who say he don't need a woman. Like, that's why, like, when I listen to these rappers and they be like, I don't need no B and I don't want no, you know what I mean? I'm gonna choose my brothers over my.
No, man, they say bros before hoes. I don't like that shit either.
But I just think it's, for lack of a better word, I just think.
Nah, if you say bros before hoes, you a faggot. It is what it is.
You can't say the F word.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. It is what it is. You're gay, okay? If you say that. I don't have nothing against gay people. I love my gay brothers and sisters. Don't get it confused because they got hearts and they're human too. I'm just saying. And as a matter of fact, I will find one of my friends to tell you. He will tell you. He will tell you straight up. If you say some shit like that, you are gay. Right? Don't get it confused. That's why I do love my gay because they're going to tell you like it is.
Large professors say women don't need a man until it snows.
Or it's time to take out the garbage, right? We should be healing each other and using rituals to fight against our enemies. You right, Candy Rain? Okay, so Michael says, I like that it keeps your side of the street clean. Michael, elaborate on that. What you mean? You like that it keeps your street clean. Elaborate on that.
And another thing, a lot of times too, men, a lot of times spiritual, like it's with the spiritual community, a lot of things are done out of jealous and envy, being envious of the other practitioner. One practitioner is getting so much. He's doing what he got to do. He's serving Ifa. He's serving his spirits, and and so the spirits are bringing people to him. And then since this one's younger and you're older and you got a little bit more wisdom and you got a little bit more knowledge on how to shut some of his blessings down, you're gonna do that. That's not right. You supposed to, if you're his elder, you supposed to be encouraging him and happy for him that he's getting money like that, because that's a reflection on you. That shows that you taught him well. You guiding him well, and because that's gonna bring, people don't understand, when you're a blessing to somebody, you're gonna get blessed. So if somebody, like I notice, like a lot of times when we go to a store, it's nobody in the store. When we get in there, we start buying stuff and people are friendly to us. A lot of times they'll start getting a whole bunch of I'm not bragging or boasting about it, but I notice a lot of customers are just falling in the store,
Yeah.
But when we have problems with people and then we get upset with them, we don't do no ritual work. We just might voice our opinion, and then we'll drive by and they don't have nobody in that store. So a lot of times, when you're spiritual, when people are spiritual, you ain't gotta kiss their ass, but you shouldn't try to fight with them over petty stuff, because a lot of times it's not even worth it. And a lot of times they're going to be a blessing to you more than likely.
That's right. And sometimes you can be a blessing to each other.
Facts.
Right, each other. Now, Michael, we don't have a specific day for men. This is this topic tonight. The importance of understanding, it's important of the spiritual bonding amongst us, because, especially in the spiritual community, we have such a divide and conquer, because one thinks they're more powerful or better than the other, and it's not even supposed to be like that. Ain't no party like that. Instead of thinking you powerful to separate, come together, and that's when you're going to see the real power.
And if you unrighteous, no matter what system you follow, you will be dealt with.
That's right. And they tell you that. In every system.
They tell you that in Ifa, they tell you that in
the Khan,
they tell you that.
Flutista, and all of that.
All of them.
All of that.
Even the Congo rights.
Yeah. So y'all got to realize you better stop. Y'all better come together and bond. Spiritual bonding is very important at this time, because a lot of people are waking up, family. They're coming. They're coming in the millions. They're all coming in the millions because they're wanting to know what it is. What is the spiritual feeling that I'm getting? Why am I seeing 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3? Why do I feel like I don't belong a part of this earth? Why am I having dreams about flying? I mean, all of these that come with it. Why is my body hurting? I'm going to the doctors, ain't nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's so many questions. People are going through spiritual transformation, so they're going to be running to us in the masses. I don't care whether you deal with this and you deal with that, or you deal with this. They're going to be running in the masses to us. Now, also, too, family, back to the Babalaos. There's a lot of Babalaos that come out of the Ifa system. They always want to hit you up in box. Be careful. Some of them are scams, and then there's some of them that are real. There's a few of them that I deal with that I love. My brother Sango, him and his wife are cool. I Kintunda, I deal with them. And then I have my new son-in-law who's crazy. He's just crazy about my daughter. Oh, I love your daughter. I'm going to marry your daughter. I'm going to marry your daughter. Mom, drive me crazy, but he's a good kid, y'all. A very good kid.
Very good kid.
Yeah, very good kid. He's 25. He's young, but
he don't. He don't like when WUNAM get mad at him. He be like, "Calm down."
Yeah, calm down. Don't get angry, Mom. Don't get angry. So I mean, there's a few, but some of the Babalaos, some of them you got to be careful of, because they will hit you in box. I had one lady call me. She said that the Babalao told her, and to come to find out, he wasn't even from Africa. He was using he had a Yoruba name.
Common.
He had a Yoruba name, but he was from Brazil. And he threatened, told her that her kids was going to die in a week, all kind of stuff. I'm like, And my cousin called me. She was so goddamn scared. She didn't know what to do. I said, don't worry about it. I said, give me his Facebook page. They knew they ain't happening. You know why? Because they do that to scare people to get money from you.
And
okay?
a lot of times, black people on here, they're quick to go in on the African Babalaos, and a lot of times it's not African Babalaos. They be using African pictures. And making you think that it be Cubans and other people, or sometimes it'll be a man using a woman picture.
Acting like they're a woman. So yeah, be careful. I can account for a few good ones on here. My brother Sango Wale is on here. His wife, Wumni's on here. Akintunde's on here. They're really good. I can say I got history with them. I always call them my little brothers. Okay? And his wife, she's cool too. You know what I mean? So those are people that we can trust. Then you have, let me see, because my son-in-law, he changes his name, y'all. Let me see.
But, y'all, you got to be...
If you're interested in Ifa, but you got to be careful with some of them.
You got to be careful too.
Yeah.
But, You know, and a lot of people just don't like to. They don't like to get. They're scared to get readings from Ifa reading because more than likely you're gonna have to do a ebo, which is a sacrifice. So you know, I would say, and a lot of times, you know, you'll have babalawos from Africa, and they'll tell you not all the time a sacrifice is permitted, but you know, if you're not willing to do a sacrifice or ebo, don't even get one.
And that's another thing we got to understand, and this goes for everybody. A lot of people are drawn to Ifa. And that's not to take anything away from Ifa, because I love the teachings of Ifa, although I come from a different traditional background. And as time goes on, I learn more about it. But everybody's not Ifa. So people are walking around here asking if they have an Arisa that walks over their head. You have to get an Ifa reading to find out. And a few people that I sent found out that they didn't have one. Okay? Like when my son-in-law did my Ifa reading, he said, you are the child of Ifa and you are the child of the Iamio Sarango. And I didn't have an Arisa, but for years, people used to say, oh, you got Sango walking over your head, da, da, da. Okay? Come to find out, that wasn't the case.
They was saying that because you was fiery.
I know, because I was fiery. But it's nothing wrong with getting one to see, because Africans in America have a very mixed up blood. So your grandparents might come from a totally different tribe in Africa when you do your ancestral readings, and your grandmother might come from another different tribe. And both sides might have traditional healers in them. So that means you may be able to deal with Ifa, and you may be able to deal with the Khan, because your grandparents came from Ghana and then your other parents came from Yoruba, right? So that's something you really need to get, taken care of and figure out.
And this is a fact, because I bear witness too, because my wife's her best friend, she got her DNA results, and it told her she had
44% of Igbo, like I told her.
She had Igbo. She had what else?
She had Yoruba.
She had like 5 different African tribes in
right.
her DNA, and some I'm gonna say Moorish descent in her.
Spain.
Yeah, Spain. Yeah. She had Ireland and all of that in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just.
All right, y'all have any questions?
We're all mixed up.
Any questions, family, before we get off of here?
No questions in the YouTube? No questions in the YouTube?
Any questions in the Facebook? Them babalawos be trying to argue. Candy Rain, yeah, they try to argue, and sometimes people get scared. People get scared and them think they're going to do something.
Shoot, but just as well as they say the babalawos will scam you, it be regular people that be scamming the babalawos.
Yeah, because one he did get scammed. Look, I called my son-in-law. He said, Mom, this guy did not give me my money. I need my money. He's not giving me my money. I'm going to kill him.
And she was like, no, you're not going to kill him. He goes, okay, Mom.
I said, go to Ifa and ask Ifa what you shall do. I said, but you're not going to kill him.
And he listened to her, but it was funny because he had the dog ready. I'm going to kill him. I'm getting the dog right now.
He was about to go sacrifice a dog to Ogun. I was like, no, not for, what was it, $60 he scammed him for?
Yeah, he scammed him because he did a reading for him. He sent it to him on Cash App. You know how Cash App, it'll show that you sent it, but then when it'll say complete. But if it's not in green, then that shit hasn't went through or they got their refund.
Majestic Rocky, ask some questions in. Don't be telling us. Look, we ain't been up here for a while, so while we leaving, come on with the questions. Then y'all come with the questions. Hey, Soul Child Magnifica, how are you?
The possible. We good tonight.
The ancestry reading, we can find out. I find that African ancestry is a little bit more accurate because I think it tells you exactly what tribes you come from. But she did ancestor.com. But do the African ancestors. Not only that, they don't share your DNA.
Yeah, because a lot of them get your DNA and send it to Interpol, FBI, CIA. They a lot of these other companies. They sell to third party companies. They sell your information to the government. And you got that O type blood. I wouldn't even do it, cause you could get in a mysterious accident and all kind of shit.
All right, what's your questions? What's your questions,
I would
y'all?
recommend getting DNA tests if you got O type blood, though. I'm gonna keep it 100, especially if you're a donor, organ donor. The possible say, what kind of question can they ask? Can we ask?
You tell them.
I don't know what. I don't have no.
I don't know about no police C19. What's that? What is police C19? I don't know about that. Hey, Anthony.
Large Professor, what about Tiger Woods? I heard Tiger Woods was laying the game down because he had how many DNA tests he had? They say Tiger Woods had 131 DNA tests for women trying to see if they had his baby. That boy was slanging that iron.
That's weird. Okay. What is the Majestic Wow? You said politics and C19.
He's in the hospital. Tiger Woods is in the hospital?
I told you the other day he got in an accident. He got in a car accident.
Really?
One of them women probably did some goddamn rituals on his ass. All right. Okay. Politics and C19. What is C19? I don't watch the news, y'all.
C19, COVID-19.
Oh, COVID-19? Okay. See, that tells you how much I don't watch it. What about COVID-19? What about politics? Politics. Biden ain't gonna do what you think he's gonna do. Ain't nothing new under the sun is politics. You know how it goes. So ain't nothing new under the sun as far as COVID goes. I told you COVID was a spaceship. We're about to see more spaceships come down here. All right, C19 is a spaceship. Y'all think I'm playing? What you want to know about COVID? What y'all want to know?
Chief Shango say when y'all moving to the Carolinas. We didn't say nothing about
We're moving to the Carolinas. If anything, I'm going back home to Africa.
Nikki Nakia says that's nasty. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nasty. See, men don't realize that they could be whores too. That's right, y'all. Ladies, men could be whores. Okay?
But men don't have a problem with being whores.
Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all like this.
It's the women got a problem with being whores. Men don't have a problem with it.
Yes, they do. Let me tell y'all something, because women look at men the same way. I don't care if you are slinging your penis around like you goddamn big, I was going to say something, y'all, big, Daddy Kane, okay? Walking around here slinging your penis around and sleeping with different women, you nasty. You nasty. Because at the end of the day, you can get diseases too. You're not invincible to diseases. And women, anytime you get a man, and if you want to know he's a whore, make him take down his pants, right? Take down your pants and check his scrotum. If his scrotum is hanging to his goddamn knees, then he's a goddamn whore. That's how you know the man is a whore.
What if he just been with one woman and
that's bullshit.
they partied a lot?
No, partied a lot my ass. If his scrotum is down to his goddamn knees, then he's a whore. And you run the other goddamn way. And if he got more than 3 baby mamas, he's a whore. That's right, I said it. What y'all got to say, brothers?
Yeah.
Because they so quick to call women whores shit. And I remember we used to get in debates about this on the Blog Talk Radio, y'all. On the radio say, oh, well, women are the receivers. Well, if women are the receivers, keep your goddamn penis in your pants and stop being the giver of the diseases. That's what you do. Men need to be more careful with their God body. Exactly.
But see, a lot of, men get celebrated for being hoes. Remember that song back in the day? I'm a hoe. I'm a hoe.
Yeah.
I rock 3 different freaks after every show.
Yeah, I would have been, you a hoe. You sure you a hoe? You ain't getting none with 3 different women no more because you got AIDS. Shit.
Well, then if a man sleep with a woman like that and he sleep around and you just tell him you don't want none of that sick dick, and then they'll be like, oh, okay. Then see, I think that'll be more embarrassing to a man than saying he a hoe, because men don't care if you call them hoes.
Nuh-uh. Look here.
Well, the dudes I grew up with, they didn't care about that.
The dudes I grew up, I tell them in a minute, you a dirty DICK Negro. At the end of the day, you stay away. Don't come near my door. Don't look over here. Get your ass over there, because you're dirty. I would break them all the way down.
Yeah, because the dudes I know be like, no, I'm not. See, smell. This smell like soap.
And I'd be like, smell my ass. Smell my ass. You better get away from me. Because you know it's got the power of patting the vagina and shutting it all down.
Hey, don't put that out there.
I will put it out there. Shut it all down.
Don't put that out there for these women because they going to be fucking these niggas up.
Well, they shouldn't be talking shit then. It is what it is. And no, I'm not a feminist. I'm just speaking facts, y'all. Facts, facts, facts. Y'all got any more questions?
Oh, Possible got a good question. He said, who's the real president of America? Is it really Biden in the House or is it Trump?
It ain't neither one of them. It's the Chinese man. Y'all ain't see it on CNN News when they said China was getting ready to take over America? Remember I told y'all, I kept saying, you know what? We've been around Chinese people all our life. I got two of my good friends that's Chinese, right? Really good women. One of them owns, she owns a restaurant here. And one thing I will say about my Chinese brothers and sisters, they respect business. They're not racist. They respect business. Y'all can say what y'all want, but when you have business, they respect you. So now, we going in the stores and I'm seeing them printing in different stores. Now, China's very big on shopping with their own.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I give them. They put 100% of their money back into the Chinese community. That's a fact. I'm starting to see them pop up at the grocery store here, the grocery store here. And I'm in the store and I'm watching this Chinese woman and she's taking notes on the fruit and all this. And then I'm in another store and I see them doing the same. I said, I said, they're here. I said, they coming. So, honestly speaking, I don't think neither one of them. It was on CNN where they were showing that the Chinese was going to take over America. This might become a communist country, family. Don't say I didn't tell you so. Yep.
Okay. JJ97 he has a good question. He said, are the mountains or ancient trees that they cut down when they had when they destroyed the ancient towers? Remember we was watching that video about 2 years ago and they were showing that the mountains, they said the mountains were like old fossilized petrified trees.
Yeah.
Is that a fact?
That's a fact. That's a true fact.
And you know what? The Bible isn't the only one that talks about that. In the Yoruba Odus, they talk about Earth at one time. Humans used to be able to walk to heaven or to the other planets, and then it was Eshu who destroyed that pathway.
We are person to person. We are person to person, but need to change to person to group soon. Ramutef, elaborate on that for me. We are person to person, but need to change person to group. Will you do March predictions? Anyway, yeah, we're going to do March predictions. When is March 1st, y'all? What's today? The 26th? I don't keep track of the days.
What?
I don't keep track of the goddamn the dates. When is March 1st?
Shit, I don't even know what the date is. Alexa, what's the date?
This is short month. Short month.
Alexa, what's today's date?
You unplugged her.
I unplugged her? Oh, I did, huh?
Today's the 26th, y'all. Somebody know today's date? Okay, come on with the questions. We'll give y'all, let me see what time it is.
Oh, okay. That's a good question. Large Professor says, was COVID-19 a war tactic from China?
I keep telling y'all, COVID-19 is a damn spaceship.
I think the shit that's going around that they giving people is I don't think that's a Chinese tactic. I think that's an overall global tactic, and they just making it seem like it's the Chinese.
All right, y'all. That's that question. Can you tell me why this spider keeps visiting me?
How the spider look?
Big giant spider, short doofus duck face.
Shit, maybe he got some Macan in it. Maybe it's a Nazi.
It might be that's true. It might be a Nazi. It might be a Nazi. Hey, Tiffany Simpson. Oh, is this now? Yes, now. I seen a picture of you and your sister. Y'all look real sexy up there. Y'all doing your thing. Y'all was partying, huh? But Jay Wood, it might be a Nazi. So go look up why a Nazi keeps visiting you. It's spiritual. Okay? It's spiritual.
Nicky Nakai says the vaccine gonna turn folks into zombies.
Shit, you might have a point, Nicky Nakai. It might turn folks into zombie shit. You start turning into... Y'all see where they had, what's his
He
name?
said he came to him after he took a spiritual bath.
Did you finish a spiritual bath for 3 days like I told you?
He
3 days in a row. You should have did it 3 days in a row, smoked out the house 3 days in a row. That's a transformation too, because spiders represent transformation in your life too.
He said he only liked to take a bath once a month.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right. Y'all got some more questions?
Nicky Nakai said she had got a bad vibe about it.
A bad vibe about what?
The
spider?
No, the COVID vaccination. What you know? What made me laugh when I heard that the UK, you know, UK has a problem with all the immigrants, right? The African immigrants and the immigrants that are coming to the UK, and they want to you know, send them back home and deport them. Well, they're offering the immigrants amnesty if they take the COVID vaccination. So I don't know. That just sounds like a setup.
All right, so let me go to Facebook. Michael says, when someone needs something and you give, even when spirit tells you it might not go to where it's supposed to go. All right, so let me tell you about that, Michael. Sometimes the ancestors will bring ancestors to you, and they're testing you. Now, we get this all the time. I might be at the gas station and it might be somebody who drinks. There's a guy that always comes to his drinks. Sometimes I give him money, sometimes I don't, but I know what he's going to do with it. So I give him a lecture. I was like, you may buy crack, you may drink beer. That's on you, because the next person that you see ain't going to give you no money. So if you're not going to do right with this money I'm giving you, you got to deal with your ancestors on that. But sometimes you'll also be tested. Usually what I do is I pray over the money, ask it to bless the world. And I'll give it to them. If they smoke crack with them, that's on their goddamn, that's on them. But you have to keep yourself righteous and do what's righteous.
You actually got me into giving people money again, cause when I was growing up in Houston, man, like 8, 9 years old, the bums in Houston that asked the kids, the children, they'll ask the children for $1. You know, and I made the mistake of giving this man some money one time. I gave him like $5 because my dad had gave me 10. I gave the man $5, and like later on that day, I seen it. This motherfucker behind a flea market counting a big ass knot of money like this big. I want to whoop his ass and take his money. I was mad, and that just turned me off from helping people, because I used to because my mom used to give homeless people money all the time. So I just was like, shit, my mama did it, so you know what I'm saying? And then I seen that shit and that just turned me off, you know. And then we had crack real bad in Houston. So everybody was on crack, so you didn't want to give them money too, because everybody, you just thought they was going to go smoke
Houston
crack with
wasn't
it.
a place. We had crack bad in New York. We had crack bad everywhere. Shit. All right. At the end of the day, Michael, do you know, even if your spirit say don't give it to him, then don't. But also, like I was saying, you can be tested now. Let me tell you all this story. I think I told you all this before, but some people are new here. Long story short, I was in Walmart one day and I was short of some money. The cashier covered my bill. Nice young man, right? And even though I had to go to the bank machine, I was going to give him, he said, don't worry about it, right? So I think I was short like $2.50. So he said, don't worry about it. So I had, what it was is I had $2.50, but I had to go get more money. He covered $25. So as soon as I walked out the door to go put the groceries in the car, a young man that worked at the Walmart came up to me and said, do you have $2.50? I have to get on a bus and I really work here at Walmart. He had his clothes on and I need to get home. And I had exactly $2.50 in my pocket. And that was a test, because the guy in the store that just covered my groceries, he blessed me. So I had to turn around and bless somebody else. That wasn't the first time. Another time.
No, one time, remember
they burnt the pizza?
They burnt the pizza?
Yeah. they burnt the pizza. We was getting pizza and there was a homeless guy in front of the pizza shop, and he ended up giving us free. They gave us free pizza. It wasn't burnt that bad, but I don't like my crust too goddamn.
It was like her burnt is really like some shit I eat. It's like,
I don't like
my pizza guy look like this for me not to eat it.
No, but it was crunchy. I didn't want crunchy, so they gave us a free pizza, which they blessed us with one. As soon as we walk out the door, the man said, "Could you give me some money to get some pizza?" And we gave him the whole extra pizza pie because they let us keep it. So sometimes you got to pay attention because you're being tested. And we had one more incident that happened a couple months ago with a lady. She was normal, looked like she didn't need no money. She was begging us for money. She was clean, had her hair done. And I looked at her, and I don't know if I gave her $1. I said I ain't got no, or gave her $1, $2. But then when I turned around, she disappeared. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they will send people that's not even human beings. So Michael, it's okay.
Sometimes Papa Legba come too. Like those of you who deal with Papa Legba, here come is a white man. Here come is an old Chinese man, a bum, and beg you for money, and you give him $1. You turn around and he gone.
All right, Ramutef says person to group is where the people do for self, but bring the collective to a bank of self-investments within all is welcome to build off of in different countries. Okay.
ADINKRA says the vaccine has RNA DNA in it. Yeah, that rhesus monkey DNA. Y'all want some of that rhesus monkey? I know some of y'all probably got the rhesus monkey in y'all anyway, so I'm just kidding.
Well, so that explains why they may turn into zombies.
That's probably the connection they don't feel with God anymore. They put that rhesus monkey gene in them.
Majestic Ross says they said the doses of vaccine is like liquid chip, like a liquid chip that can withhold your information and can shut you down when you don't cooperate. And what y'all think about what happened in Texas? What do you think about Texas?
I feel that was man-made, that happened, and it was designed. And spiritually, my wife was the first one that alerted me to it. She said that that was political.
Nikki, did you know the rap group, the Fat Boys?
Yeah.
What's so funny?
Nothing.
He's saying yeah because I used to hang out with the Fat Boys. As a matter of fact, the fattest one that died, I think he died too. He used to like me. And he knew he was going to try to get me. He bought me a, y'all remember the phones back in the days? They would have different phones. He bought me a phone with the $sign on it. He was really trying to get with me, but he was too fat for me back then. I was 100 pounds soaking wet. I wasn't trying to date his ass, and I didn't like him like that. He wasn't attractive to me, but he was a nice guy. And I did hang out with him a couple times. I know that Marky Mark died, Candy Rain. Yeah, he was Puerto Rican.
Yeah. Texas got too much power for like that stuff to be happening like that, because most of that stuff is ran on gas anyway, natural gas.
Angela D. Payne says days after Texas snow left, experienced 30 to 45 minutes ringing in my ears. Wow, really? Oh, I forgot you live in Texas, Angela D. Payne. When you do for others, it frees up space for you to receive more bliss in your life. Yeah, that's right, Candy Rain. Tiffany Simpson says, Nikki, everything you said about Texas and the weather came to pass. I told the people I knew. Wow. Yeah. And then they had tornadoes.
Some places they were reporting tornadoes in the damn snowstorm.
Remember I told you they was going to have tornadoes too.
Yeah, a couple of months ago, and y'all were laughing at her. One of y'all was laughing. I don't know who it was, but they was laughing. It's going to be tornadoes during the snowstorm or something like that, and y'all was really cracking up.
Yeah, well, I told y'all we will not know winter from summer, and the weather will be tricky, which means that even if you think it's supposed to be hurricane season, nope, Mother Nature is not playing. Now, as well as we're seeing this weather and this manipulation going on with the weather, nature's also fighting back. So, as you see here in Georgia, the sun's been shining. It was hot. While it was shining hot the other day. But I'm going to tell y'all what I do see is that it's tricky. It's tricky right now. You think everything's going to be cool and the next week is going to be another blizzard. Georgia is not out of the box yet. Every other place got hit, but Georgia is not out of the box yet.
So you're saying Georgia is going to be next?
Yep. Tiffany said y'all said that on the last 2 months predictions about Texas. Candy Rain, I think Texas was political because Texas is in the process of separating from its own own country of the United States of America. They want to become their own state again.
Texas been wanting to separate from the United States. Even when Bush was in office, they wanted to separate.
Yeah, Majestic, while they were sending them 6,000, they're suing them now for the light bills.
Shit, 6,000. I seen some people had $16,000 light bills. You know, you're gonna cut the power off and space it out to people, and you want to charge somebody 16,000. They didn't tell you to do that shit.
Yeah.
So it's a lawsuit. What they call it? What kind of lawsuit when everybody get together?
That's a
class action lawsuit for $1 billion against the energy companies in Texas.
All right, y'all got
Jay
more
Collins
questions?
says, I'm in Dallas, Texas, and it was burning up yesterday. D-Town.
See, it was hot yesterday here too. And see, everybody's going out with their little shorts on and thinking it was cute. I ain't changing my clothes.
Yeah, it was 70 degrees here today.
I'm still wearing a jacket. I'm not changing. I'm not putting on shorts. I'm putting socks and sneakers on. So y'all change if you want to. All right. Yeah. Ramo says, when I staged my place a few days ago when I went to take a bath, a spider came into the shower with me and I started throwing up gang signs. When I noticed it might be a spirit, I said to the spider, if you want to live, please leave the shower and go home, for I'm allowing you to stay. You scared of spiders, Ramo? You just tell them you scared of spiders. You scared of spiders? Stop using sage. Sage that's weak.
Don't be telling spiritual people you scared of spiders.
Yeah. Yeah, because they can send spiders to you. They can send spiders to you.
I done seen people send spiders, bees, snakes, rats. You can send roaches to people's house.
I sent a snake to somebody because they sent a snake to me. So I sent it back. So you can send, yeah. Trust me when I tell you. Miguel says Public Enemy came out with the album last year called What You Gonna Do When the Grid Goes Down. Yeah, if the ox equals bull equals Texas. Interesting. Break that down, Miguel. Break that down. It's the year of the ox equals the bull equals Texas.
You know, Texas got that damn steak that all the meat come from Texas.
Y'all better stop eating that meat. Y'all better stop eating them steaks. Although I love me a nice T-bone juicy steak once in a while, y'all.
Hey.
All right, any more questions, y'all? Come on with the questions.
See, we got yeah, so you know, somebody said that, you know, the vaccination is like putting a chip in you. That's because they're using the nanobite technology. And the first movie that they showed you the capabilities of that I remember is the G.I. Joe movie, when they was using they had a nanobite gun. When they could shoot it, they was shooting out the particles and like buildings and machines, and it'll eat the whole building or destroy the whole building. So just imagine what they could do with that type of technology once they get you to inject it into your bloodstream.
Candy Rain, I love me some oxtails too. I cook 2 type of oxtails. Yeah.
Large Professor said a nice prime rib. Prime rib is that's good. I like T-bones and prime rib. Yeah, T-bones and prime rib.
Tomorrow's Friday. The weather's going to be okay. We're going to get some rain, but let me tell y'all, within the next 2 weeks, don't say I didn't tell y'all so, we're going to see some brutal weather again. Let me tell y'all what I see. I see it so much that I ordered some emergency blankets. Y'all think I'm playing? I ordered some emergency blankets.
She got about 100 of them.
I got about 100 emergency blankets because when the lights go down and it's cold, you do not want to be cold. And emergency blankets, they're thermal. They will keep you warm. You can put them on your bed, and you could put them under your blankets.
And see, they was expecting the Texas people were gonna be. They knew the Texas people might prepare for the water. They knew they wasn't gonna be ready for that goddamn snow.
That's snow.
So
that's right.
Man, it's tough. The possible says, so if COVID-19 is especially as a specifically a spaceship, who are the beings inside the COVID-19 spaceship?
These beings come from another planet. These beings, and I'm gonna tell you like this. I keep seeing that these beings come from Mars.
See, that makes sense. Earth is going to Mars, and the Mars beings from Mars
Mars is here on this planet.
They probably worked out some kind of galactic deal or some shit.
Okay, I got it, Majestic Ross. So the Chinese say that we're in the year of the ox. Julissa, you said your father took the. You just told him no. He shouldn't have took that. He shouldn't have took that vaccination.
Let us know how he go. Just look
She
at
said
him.
if his head starts turning around, he gotta go. Julissa, I ordered them up for Amazon. Yeah, we ordered. Oh, by the way, we shipped your mother's package, right? The box.
Yes.
Yeah, we shipped your mother's package.
You shipped it
yesterday. Are those the Karen? What?
Sadufus Duckface says that's a foreign exchange program.
I'm telling y'all like this. Don't say I didn't tell you so. And see, they like to send subliminal messages, family. Okay, subliminal messages. You got to pay attention. You so focused on this dimension right here, you're not paying attention to the fourth and the fifth dimension.
Yeah.
They're sending you subliminal messages. Watch all the Marvel movies that's coming out soon. Watch all the movies that's coming out. They're gonna let you know what's going on.
Another good movie to watch is Space Sweepers. They tell you how to deal with I think it like the particle, the nanoparticles. The nanoparticles. They show you how to. They say it's a way that you can destroy the nanoparticles. You know what I'm saying? They tell you in the movie Space Sweepers. It's crazy, but they said it was I think they said gamma rays destroys it. I haven't done the knowledge to it, but I'm sure some kind of truth to it.
Who want to know what this red necklace is?
Who asked that?
A Majestic Ra. Eshu.
Which one?
This one, Majestic Ra. Eshu.
Which one? This one? I don't know.
Yeah, Candy Rain Space Sweepers. All right, so the other thing, family, what am I going to tell y'all? I lost my train of thought, y'all. The other thing is...
Do you see the current?
Current. You said the current of the next state.
Oh, you what?
California got some stuff coming to it, too.
How soon is the currency gonna change? If it's gonna change.
See, as soon as I said that, Angela D. Payne said, "Nikki, California." You see, they kept showing me California. Where's the man-made weather coming from? HARP. You know where it's coming from.
They don't call it HARP no more. They call it something else. But either way,
I don't know. It's coming from whatever they created. But I'm telling y'all, there's still a spiritual war between man and mother and her womb. So Ra is fighting back. Yep. Ra is fighting back.
They say people have been dying right after they got the vaccine.
Yeah, that's what they said about Hank
But
Aaron.
they keep saying that that's not true. They keep putting out, every time people expose something, they come out and put out like what they call, the
good things about it.
They're trying to, it's like they're trying to check the information from getting out. Like, you know what I mean? So to keep people in constant confusion. Like the fact checkers, the government can't be the fact checkers. These companies can't be the fact checkers. The people are the fact checkers. Some may get it wrong sometime, but most of the time, I'm gonna say at least 60 to 75% of the time, the people get it right.
Angela, I'm gonna say like this. This summer, California is gonna have an earthquake that's gonna scare the hell out of them, and I keep seeing like a 6.5, right? Something's getting ready to happen in New York too. Something big is getting ready to happen in New York. That's gonna scare them. Okay.
I see an exodus out of New York. Like a lot of people gonna start
A
leaving.
lot of people's gonna start because you know
Like
that
it's
city
a lot of
again.
people leaving now, but it's gonna be a way like a lot more.
Well, New York is going underwater. I told y'all that back years ago when they was making fun of me when I said when I told them the next earthquake was gonna be in New York and it happened 2 weeks later. See, so at the end of the day, New York is going underwater. We do see that. What is your take on? Hold on.
Oh,
What is your take on the volcano in New York?
Nikki Nakai says COVID got NYC looking like a hick town.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. What volcano in New York? I had the one volcano. You said volcano. Or you talking about a tornado? I didn't hear about the volcano in New York. Beyonce came out with a clothing line called Icy Park Power Grid. She is from Texas. Just came out.
Oh yeah, she did. Remember we watched the video with her? I think she had a little daughter on her.
You
too.
probably watched it. I ain't watched it.
Well, I watched the video then.
Oh yeah, the girl she had a daughter wanting to model the clothes. I seen a little bit of it.
She always do me like that.
I'm just saying.
That's why.
What Rob Chef, what volcano in New York? I didn't hear about that. Hello, Albert Lumpkins. How are you? Welcome to the Spiritual Vault. All right. Is the next man-made event? Whether is the event going to be in the East Coast? Candy Rain. You know Arkansas. You know Arizona. I keep seeing some weather coming up in those areas over there. I see West. What is that? What is that considered the West too? Right? Like West. Like
Arizona. Yeah.
Arizona. So I see some weather. Look here. And there's some beans up there too. There's some beans up there.
It's been beans in California,
Yeah.
Nevada. It's
Yeah.
a bunch of them.
Yeah. It's going to be, we're going to have more weather coming down the northeast coast, all of that is coming. Everybody think they all bad, walking outside with their shorts and everything else, but Georgia about to see a blizzard too. They're coming. It's coming. That's why we had to buy more candles because Spirit showed me.
I feel like based on, because they do so much studies with the earth, you know what I'm saying, like with how the earth is and everything. I think they already know that. They've been knowing for years that New York was going to go underwater because they've been showing us some movies for a long time. But we're not taking it seriously because we're looking at it as entertainment.
Well, we need to take it serious because the water level's been rising. I said that years ago too. When I was in New York, when I told them they was going to have that earthquake, I told them then they went underwater because they had Sandy. What was that? That Sandy something hurricane that came through New York, and they flooded through there. They even had tornadoes in New York, right? In Brooklyn, they had tornadoes, right? In my home in Brooklyn. But let me tell y'all this: at the end of the day, they've been telling you the water level's been rising. So that city of Manhattan, that island. Okay, all of that is going to be underwater in a couple of years. I'm going to say within 20 years, New York is going to start going underwater.
That's what they said about the city of Galveston in Texas, because the water, in the last 15 years, the water has been slowly coming up to the shoreline.
And y'all got to remember, Antarctica, the ice is melting. The ice is melting. So, they got to hold up and let me get the... You'll be out of there, Candy Rain, by the time that comes. You'll be out of there. Okay, Adekunle Salmat, inbox me for your reading. What reading? I do readings, Adekunle. You want me to do a divination with you? I read with water. I read with sand. I read with just seeing. I read with bones and sticks. Which one you want?
He probably ain't talking to you. He probably talking to the people on the stream.
Yeah, Adekunle, did you ask my permission to come in here and solicit my people for readings? Because I do readings. He does readings too. Candy Rain, inbox me for your reading. Adekunle, you have to be respectful, my brother. Bakume Madro, you have to be respectful. Don't come in on my page and asking people for readings. That's not righteous. And Ifa will not like that. You know that. Don't do that. Now, if you want to ask permission, because some people do like Ifa readings, it's okay. But you ask our permission first because we do the same thing you do. We're African indigenous traditional healers too. Okay? Don't come scamming. Let me see who this is.
Well, yeah, before y'all get it, y'all get an EPA reader, just say, how much is the EBO?
And I have somebody, I don't trust everybody. I have my brother Sungo Wale, his brother Akantun. They do EPA readings. You go to somebody we know. I don't know you. Let me see.
6 Point Dweller, what's good? So, JJ97 says cold is their technology. You ain't lying. Cold is their nature.
Well, shoot, they better be careful because their doing will be their very own undoing. Their doing will be their very own undoing. Don't say I didn't tell y'all so. Not going to lie, I felt that COVID came from the ice caps when they talk about the germs of the ancient are hidden in them. You know, Ramutef also too. Remember, I told y'all before that when the cosmic family, the aliens come through Antarctica, I told y'all that years ago. We did a whole scrying on that. That there was they found bacteria from the planet Saturn and Pluto, adjacent to the beings that come from those planets in the waters of Antarctica. So there's something to that. The germs are coming from. But I also know that our physical body's going through a transformation, family. The DNA has to reactivate. And with saying that, we got to know that this has to happen. They don't want it to happen, but it is what it is.
That's why they hitting everybody up with them that COVID vaccination. And notice they talking them. They really trying to put the pressure on the minorities, the Hispanics and the blacks. You know, they really trying to put the pressure on them.
Right. That's right.
Nicky Nakai says, are these beings ever going to let the masses know they are here? They've been letting us know.
Y'all got to pay attention. Stop. Y'all focus on what's going on. Like, that's why I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news unless something pops up on my thread on my phone, but I don't watch the news. And we're saying that because I don't watch the news, that's why I like to tap in. I don't look at the weather. I don't watch the news like that. So with saying that, I try to see what I see.
The Possible says, what does Saturn look like? Was it once beautiful? Was it once a beautiful planet with water, or was it dark like we see now?
Which one?
Saturn.
Let me tell y'all something. Saturn, that's my home planet. Saturn is beautiful, okay? Those rings you see around Saturn are actually rocks that protect the planet, right? But Saturn is beautiful. You think Earth is beautiful? Earth ain't got nothing on Saturn, okay? Ask me how I know, because that's my home planet. Y'all see? Y'all see this back here? We're on Saturn right now. Will Georgia be as bad as Texas was with the weather? You know, years ago in Georgia we had an ice storm. And it totally threw us off because we didn't expect it. We woke up and ice was everywhere. You hear what I'm saying? Ice was everywhere. So with saying that, I'm not surprised. I don't think we're going to have it as bad as we did back then, but I do see that we're going to be having some snow within the next couple of weeks to come in Georgia.
And see, when it snowed out here, the trees be falling down and roofs be collapsing.
That's right.
Because in Georgia, they don't take care of their trees. I noticed that's the really, like in Texas, in the Houston area, actually all over Texas, I noticed, like, especially like on the highways, they make sure they water the trees. They have like a department that just water the trees, take care of the trees. In Georgia, they don't have that. The trees on the side of the highway be collapsing and falling. In Texas, when they fall, because it's too damn hot.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I want to welcome Pamela Rochelle Mobley. I'm not sure if you're family because that Mobley name rings with daddy's side. So if you're family, welcome, cousin. Happy to have you to the spiritual vault. Angela, gold, Egypt and gold. You know that we had the Sirius D, the white pot of gold. We had the Sirius X with gold in it and a lot more minerals in it. The original name of it was Mufkets, which was white powder gold that were found in the ancient temples of Egypt. It's very, very good. And you know that I actually just we just sent a bottle out 3 bottles out to one customer. They ordered the Sirius X from us, which has the gold and other empowering, minerals to open your first eye, to help you through spiritual transformation. The Sirius D did the same thing. It was just a white powder gold with the isolates in there. So we have the gold if you're interested in getting it. Okay, and it helps on many different levels. But we've been doing this for years. So, Angela, I'm surprised because you've been with us for a while. You remember we was doing the Sirius X, Sirius XX, and the Sirius D.
And we haven't been on a while, but we have finished. Are we finished with the website?
No, we're still almost done. We're still working on the website.
But it's we have new products on there. Y'all can go check out what we have done so far. We got new products on there. We got herbs. We actually got some cheaper products that are still very powerful.
Right.
So y'all can check those out. We got herbs. We got a lot of things that enhance your enhance your readings. We got stuff for your breath.
Yeah, we got
everything.
Well, I want to talk to the ladies about this real quick too while we're here. Ladies, we take care of our yonis. Everybody got yoni steams. Everybody's creating yoni steams. You understand that we're actually coming out with a yoni wash, because what we have is the breast mask. Women, we do not pay attention to our breasts. We get fibrocystic breasts. We get fibroadenomas. We get cancer. Women, start paying attention to your breasts. Now, Ancestors alerted me to create Pam Bray. Pam Bray, what it does, it's a breast mask. And you put it on your breast from your underarms here. You put it on your breast before you take a shower, 15 minutes before you take a shower. Take a hot shower, wash it off, and then you're going to put on your Pam Bray oil, which is going to stagnate the energy in your breast. A lot of times, because we wear bras, even if we don't wear bras, we get cysts in our breasts, all this. We don't take care of our breasts. And a lot of women walking around here wondering why they got breast cancer. Take care of your breasts. I just had my test done. I went to do my annual physical, and she was like, you got a lot of cysts in your breasts and stuff like that. And I know, because I drink coffee a lot. I like to drink soda, so I need to cut that out. But the point is, I'm like, oh no, I got to take care of this, because you can develop breast cancer. But ladies, you pay attention to your yoni, which is just as important, but all of this. Take care of both, right? Y'all need to really start taking care of your breast, because the breast is I call them the natural nourishers, because we breastfeed our babies. Some of you young women that are breastfeeding or going to have babies, you should make sure you take care of your breasts. And so I put it on the site. The Pam Bray is on the site. We got 2 sizes.
How many applications come with the?
Well, the 2 ounce is $35, and the 4 ounce is the 4 ounce will last you for about a month. Okay, the 2 ounce is going to last you for about a half a month.
So how often should they do the applications?
Well, I mean, they could do it like 3 times a week, maybe 3 times, maybe once a week. You need to take care of your breasts, and we don't. And then you got people find out they got breast cancer, that you're not taking care of them, because remember, those are lymphs inside your breast. So what happens is they get stagnant energy in there. You start getting all this stuff going on. Take care of your breasts, just like you take care of your yoni. Okay? Yep. Okay, Majestic Ross says, indeed, nano gold is good. Okay, we don't have nano gold. We have white powder gold, which is a lot more potent than nano gold.
I wouldn't want to take nothing that got nano in it.
Exactly. Shit. Yeah, exactly. All right. But for the most part, yeah, Angela, just let me know, because we have it. We actually make it. And let me tell you how deep it is, because there's certain frequencies that have to be played with it in order for it to do what it has to do. Okay? So that means when we make the product, it's just dealing with some alchemy. We play certain frequencies, which is going to resonate with you. Once you take this product, it's going to resonate with you, and you're going to feel like you could use your whole brain. And I'm not exaggerating, because I don't need your money. I'm telling you what I know. And the reason we had to do this, because the ancients alerted us to do this. Not because we just woke up one day and want to make money. Ancients said, I want you to create this product right here. And y'all know how big we are on spirit. When spirit speaks, I move. Spirit speaks, I move. So they said, create this, and they told me everything what I needed to do. And I did it, okay? So we're saying that this is stuff that is going to help you go through your spiritual transformation smoothly, okay?
JJ97 says, was this war started by Zeus? And is that Satan?
Wasn't Zeus an ancient one? Wasn't Zeus like
I don't
Sun
remember.
God,
I
right?
don't remember who Zeus was.
No, it wasn't started by Zeus. Zeus didn't exist.
A lot. I don't
A
know.
lot, no, just say a lot of those gods isn't that a Greek god? A lot of those gods were taken from the ancient Egyptians, which were African.
Yeah, it's a spinoff.
Right, a spin-off of African. So Zeus didn't exist. There's something they created because they got from the African pantheon. And they don't want to tell you that, but it is what it is. Go do your research. And nowadays, y'all, let me tell y'all something, family. We're going to give y'all, because this is a 2-hour damn show we did, right? Y'all got blessed tonight. Let me give y'all this. This is the time to stop looking in the book, right? And go to your ancestors, go to whatever spirit you want to call on, or go to whatever god or goddesses or deity you're using. And you want to get your answers from them, and they're going to download the information in your DNA. Which means that I'm not reading a book that another man wrote, okay? I'm going straight to spirit. The universe is going to let you know what you need to know. And when the universe lets you know, you're going to get the correct answers because it's being downloaded right into your DNA. And pay attention. Don't get caught up in the physical world so much where you're not paying attention to the answers that you seek that are going to be downloaded in your DNA. So if you want to know if the sun is really purple, go stand in front of the sun and say, show yourself. And the sun will show you purple. If you want to know, is your DNA going through a transformation? Go outside and stand on the dirt or the sand and ask the universe to let you know. Am I going through a transformation? And watch how your body just feels all kind of weird things going on with it. Stop going into a book. That was old time. We're transforming into the new time. New energy, new mindset. All that, let that go. Don't even think about it. Don't even waste 1 minute or 1 second of thinking about anything in the past. Move forward. Because as well as we're going to see some demise and some chaos, we're also going to see some good. You're going to see good. A lot of businesses starting. People are doing their own businesses now. A lot of good stuff is getting ready to come too, as well as we're going to see the bad. But keep your behind out of the bad. Let that go over there. You make sure that you stay indigenous to the land, which means talk to them trees. Yesterday we was out. I'm put the video up, y'all. I was talking to my sisters, but I'm looking up. That's right. Protect us from whatever that's coming. I'm talking to the dirt. I'm talking to the water. I'm talking to the, you know what I mean, the sun. Because when it's all said and done, up there we look like little tiny just dots, right? We ain't really running nothing. Y'all think they got your food thinking they running something. You ain't running a goddamn thing. Because anytime mother says she want to come and tear something down, she's going to show you. So let them do what they do. But you stay indigenous to the land and make sure you be the caretaker of that tree, that water. Don't you dirty it up. Don't you spit and knock down the tree. Don't you, you know what I mean, curse the sun. Because you're going to need that sun. You know what I mean? To
The
warm your
possible
ass up.
says I talk to the sun and it responds with its light. Does that mean something?
That means a lot. I do it all the time. And if I don't, when we walk out the door, if I don't greet the sun greets me because he'll get real bright. Real bright. You can also, let me tell y'all what's even deep. You can also use the sun as a pendulum. Did you know that? Try it and see. So if you talk to the sun like that and you have a direct communication, then try to use the sun as a pendulum and it'll let you know. Ask a question, it'll jump up and down. You ask a question, it'll go left and right, no, up and down, yes. Yep. It's real, y'all. Y'all better get connected with them elements because when it's all said and done, all of this, y'all remember the movie The Happenings? And they was messing around. They was doing shit they had no business doing. And the tree started emitting a chemical and they was killing their goddamn selves. That's why I said you're better.
It's trees that can
really do that. That can kill you. That are poisonous. Certain things you just can't even. There's a tree in Africa where you cannot go through that tree, else that tree will kill you. You only one can go is the spiritual people, and they have to get permission.
And some of them have to sacrifice they gotta throw a chicken over there before and it'll kill the chicken, and then they could go over there.
Then they can go over there. There's some trees in Africa like that, so y'all better pay attention. This stuff is real. This ain't no joke.
And then some of them they'll do something where they'll have the Africans cut them down, and then they put them in their house. They use the wood to build their house, and they could hear the wood screaming and talking and having conversation to the
That's
people
right.
in the house.
Y'all better recognize it for what it is. You better get out there and hug a damn tree. You're so focused on, you better hug a tree, 'cause that's who's going to protect you when it's all said and done. What's the question over there, or the comment? I was sitting out with the moon, and I got a message that the moon is the illuminator of the shadow. The moon, Lady Moon, I like to call her Lady Moon, is the illuminator of the shadow. That's true. Very true. But I call her Lady Moon. Any questions before we go, family? Because we gave y'all 2 hours and we got 10 minutes left. Come with your questions. If you want to ask a question about something, ask us while we got us, and while you got us here in the spiritual vault where we see what you can't see. Go ahead with your questions before we go. 10 minutes left, family.
And family, those of you who have animals that are spiritual, start paying attention to your animals, because they trying to communicate with you and tell you shit. You may think that you're like tripping or something like that, but you'll see these animals, especially cats, they really do be communicating with you.
That's right, y'all.
Telepathically.
I'm done. Hey, Kim Smith. Long time no see. How's my little highness doing? How's she doing? I know all is well with you and your hubby. All right. Any more questions, family? 10 minutes. Let's go. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Don't be fresh. You're on. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, y'all. Y'all know I'm on.
Denise, Niche Danny says, I just want to say I appreciate you guys.
You're so welcome, Niche Danny.
The Possible says the same here.
You're so welcome. Y'all got any more questions? We got 10 minutes, 9 minutes. Y'all want to ask a question? Y'all want a quick reading? Do it in 10 minutes. We got you. Let's go. Let's go. And for those of you who want personal readings, y'all can check out our website. We do have a lot of new stuff
somebody
too.
asked us earlier. Did y'all hear from anybody talking about unusual footprints in the snow last week? This is my first time hearing about it.
Yeah, that's the first time hearing about that. Really, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised for the simple fact that the cosmic family is here on the earth, and I told you all that they can cloak themselves. They can make themselves invisible. Yes, this is real. This is not no fake stuff. You can become invisible yourself if you have certain herbs that we use that can make you invisible. This is real. So these beings that are coming from...
Some people don't even need herbs. Shit.
What, to be invisible? No,
not invisible. I'm talking about some people don't need herbs to transform into other things.
Well, yeah, they don't need it because they be doing bad stuff.
Yeah.
Right. They be doing... Okay. See? Okay, so let me see. What's your thoughts on maca roots? KD Williams maca root. I used to sell that in the store. I used to sell maca root. It's very, very good for men. Maca root is a good root. It has many different,
good for women too. Right?
Yeah, it's good for women too, but it's even better for men. The maca root is really good for men. Women can take it. You can make smoothies with it. You can take it. I used to take just a teaspoon of it. It's good for your sexual life. It's good for health reasons. Maca root is good. I used to sell a lot of it when we had our spiritual store.
The Chosen One says she thought about you when she seen the footprints in the snow. Naisha Danny says, y'all watch any new movies with these messages lately? Yeah, we watched, what she had me watching one. I didn't want to watch it at first, but it ended up being good. It was, what was it called? Behind Her Eyes?
Yeah.
Behind Her Eyes. And it's a series, but when you watch it, you ain't gonna realize what's going on till probably like the second. Well, you gonna realize, they figure out they show you that you can actually, and when you astral travel, they show you what the spirit does when the astral travel in here, and certain things in that movie. It was pretty good. And what's another one we seen that was pretty good? I know we watched one that wasn't spiritual, but it was still good. It was because it was called I Care.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Tiffany, is my current business venture going to succeed? is your current business. And Spirit is telling me, Tiffany, to tell you whatever energy you put into it is what's going to make it succeed. So put your all in it. Don't put half of a foot. Put all of your feet in there. And Spirit is showing me it's going to do very well. Okay? But be careful of a jealous female. Don't tell. Be careful of a jealous female that's going to send thoughts that's not going to be happy for you. Okay? Ronald Tessa, there was an article a few years ago that's in a hidden volcano under New York that reached in Pennsylvania as well. Oh, I'm gonna go look that up, and then we'll elaborate it on the next show. Majestic Ra, what are the herbs I can take so I can disappear? No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You don't get that secret, Majestic Ra. You know that secret is only for people who have been in traditions for years, and it's not for everybody because people will use it irresponsibly. And that's why when people say that you shouldn't get training or initiated, I agree with that to a certain extent because some people are born into having certain gifts, but some things it's just not for everybody. Because I'm gonna tell you like this:
so you got people that get trained that aren't responsible.
Exactly.
So just imagine if everybody could get the same training.
Then you'll be doing all kind of crazy shit. I'm telling you, I was initiating this lady one time, and when I was doing her initiation training, she wanted to have the power to be able to, do rituals to harm people.
To kill people.
And there's certain spirits and certain things that you just don't give everybody. And I couldn't give her the spirit because if she was going to use the spirit irresponsibly. I was like, I can't give you that spirit. You're not going to be responsible. No. And Spirit had already showed me that, right? Because there's spirits that can do some damage. We have a lot of, just like in Ifa, we have a lot of spirits the same. We got dwarf spirits, we got, forest spirits, we got a lot of same spirits, we got water spirits, same way. And people have to understand, you have to take this stuff seriously because it's real. These spirits do work for you, but you can't get everything. No. See, the first thing you said, Majestic Ross, so I can disappear. What's the secret? You gotta train to learn this secret, and years of training to learn it. What are the herbs I can take to be invisible, spilled with beans? Majestic, why I'm not. You're gonna have to be initiated. No. Why you say that, Nikki? Now you got me curious now. Well, you can be curious all you want, but you gotta get the proper training. Because I already know your spirit has already shown me that you would not use it responsibly. If you use it for some shit, like if you want to disappear at work from your boss, you'd probably take the herbs and go disappear for an hour, and your boss won't even know. Stuff like that.
Who?
Majestic Ra.
Majestic Ra might be a pervert. He might go look at women. I'm just kidding.
What is this door I see in my dream? Every time it pops up, I go to open it, and when I try to walk through, I wake up in this world.
Matter of fact, that's in that show, Behind Her Eyes.
That's right.
Go watch that. It's a series on Netflix.
It's called Behind Her Eyes. Go watch it. And it's that door that takes you. It's that astral planet that they do. It takes you out of that. You go out of your body and you walk through that door, and it takes you to another whole world that is parallel to this world. But it's just showing you that it's like a parallel. What's the other movie we watched with the parallel universe?
It's called, God damn, is it called Parallel or what's it called?
I think it was something.
I forgot. It's called Parallel something where they found a door similar, and they could go back in time. And the longer they stayed, the more things they did. So what they did was they figured out a way to go steal other people's ideas and technology and bring them to the future and use them for they would steal ideas that people were working on and bring them into the current, into the future and create them. And so by the time the person has finished creating it, they already stole it and it's already invented. And then they made the patents for them, and then they were getting rich off of them.
All right, family. Hold on. Let me check the time. Because it's almost time to go. We got 3 minutes. Another question, y'all?
The Possible says, I had a dream some nights ago that I was sitting on my steps and I saw a ship that kept going around and around in circles. And I remember seeing a dust storm coming and filling the ship. She said it was also cloaked.
See what I'm saying? A lot of them are cloaks. Some people can't see them.
A lot of them are cloaked, and a lot of them sound like thunder and shit,
Yep.
like rumbling of thunder.
Yep.
Some of them you can hear, and then when you go out, look at that. Some of them you can hear, and when you go outside, you don't see them. They'll sound like sometimes you'll hear a plane, and then you run outside to see the plane, and there's nothing there.
That's right. All right, y'all. So it must be time to go because the cup dropped off of the thing, and we ain't even touch it. But whatever spirit's in here, you better take your behind out of here and go back to where you came from, because I see you sending the spirit. You don't want no problems, so you better go. All right, y'all. Talib Bond says, I had a dream a bee flew in my mouth.
A bee flew in your mouth.
Yeah, Talib, bees are transformation. Transformation going on in your life. Bees are also transformation, too.
Also, Spirit say, watch the words that are coming out of your mouth. Watch your tongue, Talib. So I don't know if it's you getting ready to, the power of your tongue is finna enhance.
It's going to enhance.
But Spirit say, watch your tongue.
Uh-huh.
Watch what you say now.
You see computer now?
You can't. So it's like, I noticed when I start really tapping into my spirituality, I had to watch the lies that I would tell, because I would just be joking, and I'll say something playing, and it'll just be a lie. I just make up some shit, and then that shit'll happen, and that shit start messing with, because I say something to somebody just kidding with them, and they'll look at me like I'm reading their mind, and I had no clue what they're thinking about.
All right, y'all. Talib, you got that message? You got it? All right, y'all. Well, it looks like it's time to skedaddle up off of here. We've been on here 2 hours. We gave y'all 2 hours of our time, family. 2 hours. Talib said, man, that's so true.
Yeah.
2 hours. So, with saying that, it's been nice. It's been fun. Y'all let us know when March 1st is. When's March 1st before we go? Because we're gonna do the predictions. We're gonna do the March predictions. So when is March 1st?
In a couple of days.
I don't even know what today is, y'all. Y'all know what today is?
Today's the 26th. I just seen
So 26, and we only have 20. How many days? So we only got this.
What is
not
it? 28 or 29 days? I don't remember.
No, it's 20.
28 then.
28 days.
Next Monday. March
All right.
1st.
So should we call next Monday to do? Y'all want us to do March predictions? Okay. Thank you, Shalisa.
And actually, we're gonna start working on coming on here. We keep saying it, but then every time we like, oh, we're gonna come on more, and then we start getting busy for the whole week. But we try to get back to coming on here at least 2 to 3 times a week.
All right, family. So we'll see y'all sometimes next week. Maybe we do it Tuesday, because Sunday and Monday is our rest day. Just it's about family. It's about self on these 2 days. Any of the ladies who want to join us in our spiritual healing class, hit me up in box so I can get your phone number so we can text you the link to come in. Any brothers who are interested in getting some healing and you want to get some healing on the men's healing class, we do that on Friday night at 11 o'clock. Do make sure that you put it in the inbox, and we will get your numbers and we will add you in, okay? Or your email. Emails are fine. I think I'm going to start sending emails out, but the numbers is quicker, y'all, okay?
Yeah, y'all. Those on you on YouTube, like she said, y'all can just call the 909 or text the 909. Tell us who you are,
Right.
and that you want to be a part of the class.
A part of the class, okay? We're saying that. Y'all have a lovely, beautiful night. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here, because I'm hungry again. I'm hungry, y'all. I made some curry chicken last night. What? Say it.
I'm hungry too.
You hungry too?
What you thought?
Oh, because he was about to talk junk, y'all. Because, it is what it is.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right, y'all. So, y'all have a good night. And it's been fun. It's been nice. Let me get the music. What y'all want to hear? What y'all want to hear while we go off?
Good night, y'all.
What y'all want to hear? Tell
Hey,
me.
quick thing too. Yeah, we'll come on Monday if we get about how many we need. We need at least 35 likes. If we get 35 likes, we'll come on.
How many people's on there?
We only got 25 likes, and we had 30 some. We had like 37 people on here earlier. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. That's right.
What y'all want to hear? Magic spell? Do you want to
Nobody's
dance?
saying that. It had, see, they had knocked us off and brought it and
Oh,
came back up.
Who
They've
knows?
been YouTube been knocking us off all.
Really?
Yeah, all show.
YouTube, why y'all do that? Why y'all do that? Why y'all do that? Don't do that, YouTube.
Magic spell, magic spell. 2 people said magic spell.
2 people said magic spell. Y'all gonna sing along with me? Okay, hold on, y'all. Ready? Go. Let's see.
Yeah, see if y'all get all the words right.
Yeah. We should do some more contests, right?
Yeah, we need to do another contest. We gotta think of something.
Okay.
Yes.
Y'all think we should do another contest? Yeah? Okay. All right. All right, we're going to leave y'all with magic spell. Y'all ready? Y'all know the words? Name the songs. Majestic Rod, we said magic spell. Do you want to dance for me? Cosmic love. What else I have?
Africa, I don't know.
Mama Africa. Yeah. And magic spell. What y'all want to hear? They said YouTube beat y'all out because YouTube said
Magic spell.
How many people
2
on
people
YouTube?
said magic spell.
All right, so y'all gonna sing out with me? Okay, here we go, y'all. You ready?
Go ahead, sing with them.
As you go to sleep at night, again, it's gonna be alright. And I will not put up a fight. I got something for you. I gotta add a little sugar, gonna add a little cream.
Oh.
If you know what I mean, I'm gonna add a little spice and mix it just right. This is what I gotta do. I'm gonna light your fire, your desire for everyone who crosses with you. I got you under my magic spell. I got you under my magic spell. You're gonna sleep real good tonight when I work my magic to get you right. When you wake, you will only want me. I will be your only fantasy. I got you under my magic spell. I got you under my magic spell. I got you under my magic spell. I got you under my
Y'all ready?
magic
This is the spell, y'all. This is the ancient spell. That was the spell. You don't want to sing this song. Oh no, this is his favorite song, y'all.
That's a woman song. Well, I could change the verse. I could change the words. Chief Shango, I got you under my magic stick.
Oh, no, he did, y'all.
My magic stick.
Magic stick? If you got a magic stick, I must got a goddamn whole magic world. That's right. Right. Set now.
Right.
He got a magic stick, I got a magic goddamn world. And you know what I'm saying?
See, Chief Shango, you done got me in trouble.
All right, y'all. Have a lovely night. Love y'all, family.
Peace and blessings, family.